Okay, today we're going to try to make some charcoal soap using melt and pour. And I am using this melt and pour. Popped it in the microwave for a couple of minutes. Watch it as it melts to make sure that it doesn't boil over. This is from Candle Science, Stevenson's Melt and Pour Crystal Soap Base. Okay. So I measured out, this is a pound. This is a pound of the melt and pour. So I'm just gonna add it into our measuring cup here. It's a little over a pound, but close enough. Okay, so that's great. And today what I wanna add is we're gonna add a little Helichrysum. It's a dilution in jojoba oil. And Helichrysum is like a really high-end essential oil. It's great for facial products. It has wonderful skin beneficial properties, and you'll find it in a lot of high-end facial products. I'm gonna do a little lavender and tea tree blend here for this soap. And I'm also gonna add charcoal, activated charcoal. Okay, and I'm gonna endeavor to do a little bit of Kaolin Clay and a little bit of powdered oats. Okay, the oatmeal is very soothing. The clay leaves a nice soft finish. The charcoal is going to give you a nice deep clean. The tea tree has wonderful skin benefits as well, and the lavender has a nice soothing scent to it, great for the face. All right, so what I'm going to do first is, for the oil, I'm going to do my liquid additives here. And we don't want to do any more than about 1% of oil in here for the additive. So that's going to be about 4 milliliters of our oil that we're gonna add. I'm gonna do 4 milliliters of the fragrance. So I'm gonna do 2 milliliters of tea tree. This is per pound of melt and pour. And then I'm gonna do 1 milliliter of, or 2 milliliters of lavender. Okay, maybe 1 gram, because I don't want to go too much. I want to do like about a teaspoon of clay. Okay. Then we're going to do a teaspoon of the oats. This is just Aveeno soothing bath treatment. It's great for the skin. Just soothes your skin. So I'm gonna put that in there. Okay, so that looks like about a total of 1 gram. Okay. I'm gonna do about, looks like about a tablespoon of charcoal. Just looks to be about 4 grams. Okay, so then we're gonna mix this a little bit in here. Oops. Should have mixed it a little bit more. Just gonna create like a little oil slurry here. Just get it nice and creamy so it's easier to incorporate into the melt and pour. Okay, so now we're just gonna add this little slurry into our melt and pour. So I'm just gonna kind of scoop that in there with a little spatula. Let's see. We can mix this together. Look at that rich, dark color. So as I said, as I mentioned before, we have the charcoal, activated charcoal. We have the Kaolin Clay. We have the oatmeal. We have the tea tree or Melaleuca essential oil, the lavender essential oil, the Helichrysum essential oil. It's a dilution, and jojoba oil added to this. And I just want to keep stirring till I make sure everything's perfectly incorporated, you know. So we don't have any clumps of the clay. But as you can see, you know, mixing the powders in with the oils kind of made it a little bit easier, so you didn't have clumps of the oil, of the powders floating around in there. But this should be a really nice facial bar. It'll be great for all over, actually. I try not to go too heavy on my oils and my fragrances and my additives because I don't want to take away from the lather of the bar. I want a nice balanced bar. Okay. Now that's all mixed together, we're going to start pouring into the mold. So I'm just pouring this in slowly. And I just made a pound of this right now, but you can always increase your recipe to make as much as you need. Let's see if we can get 4 bars. Almost 4 bars out of that. And I'm just going to spray this with a little rubbing alcohol to get the bubbles out. And we will let it set for about 4 to 6 hours. Okay, so it's been about 5 hours, and we're going to try to pop one of these bars out of the mold. So let's see what we can do. They feel pretty heavy, as you can see, pretty solid. So the silicone molds, as you can see, release really nice and easy. And I just want to make sure the corners come out. Oh my goodness. Look at how pretty that is. And you can see the shine on that. Beautiful shape. Love it. All right, so I'm gonna package these babies up and list them on my site. I hope you enjoyed watching.